This
need
conference will now be recorded.
So you're asking what are the
need for going for studio. Yeah, because why I was asking, since you both of know that other integrations types
yeah.
and
So one reason is like EIB has some limitations, and
okay,
if you want to create multiple files, then
okay,
we will go to Studio.
okay,
Uh, so that's one reason.
okay,
And then there are some um, like if you want to generate country-wise report or multiple reports
okay,
using this splitter and aggregator function in Studio.
okay,
So that's all not available. Also, web service they have here in
okay.
the Studio. Um, yeah,
Yeah,
I think that much only I know.
yeah, fine. I think that's good info only, Ramesh. Okay. See, like basically we have different integrations as I said, right? When we have one-to-one connector, like Workday suggested that okay, we can go with an EAB. Like even EAB, we can deliver the multiple files with the help of the BP and the DTs configured to that. But like to see that okay, and if you have any changes, things like okay, change file something related that, so that will be doing the connectors. But we have more complex logics, like such as you have to read from the file from the some SFTP path or some any other party system, like out of that Workday, and you need to process the data and you have to upload into the Workday. So basically that called as an inbound. So in that case we used to prefer uh, the studio integration, and not over for the inbound, right? Like if you need to read the data from the complex reports, such as like okay, multiple reports, you need to read the data and process that as in a single file or multiple files. So we'll be going for like basically to say that if you have any complexity which we cannot be achieved through that existing integrations what we have available, then we'll be preferring for the studio.
Yeah.
Okay, and as part of okay. So as part of that, will be as part of this course, we'll be covering all this content. Maybe we'll share with Suresh will share with you at the end of this one. But basically, we'll cover just giving that heads up, like what it is the studio going to do, and navigation and the different planes of that studio, and
Mm.
a web service tester. Like we'll be using that as you said, right? A web service calls we'll be doing. Like before going to a web service, first you should like we should have an overview or how that web service is going to work in the web service tester which is provided by the studio. So that why we are going here is like we'll see that okay, uh, before adding that code directly into that studio and making multiple tests, like we'll make our web service is ready available with this tester, and once it has been done, we'll just add that web service request into the studio and making the changes, like adding that. Yeah,
Okay.
so we'll be doing that. So for that we'll go for this web service, and post that we see that assemblies. We'll see okay, what is that assembly and how we'll be going to build it, and what it contains of. So inside of the studio project, like we'll be having this assembly and what it is and how we'll be making it, and how the component will be going different parts of that assembly. Yeah, yes, Ramesh, you have something to ask?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then we'll see the scalability. Okay, like there are cases like if we have more logics to implement, like it could be the logic will be complex. So there are certain components or the features available in Workday which will help us to improve the performance of that studio. So that we'll see, and public web services. So that is includes what we see during the web service tester, and in detail we can see here it. And like for Workday, we'll be getting different sources, as I said, right? We'll be getting the data from that input file from the vendor, like outside of that Workday, and we'll get from the Workday itself. Like so, from Workday itself, in the sense either that could be a report or web service. Like we can get the data from the web service, and to process further that we can take. So that we'll see. Okay, we'll take an example and see that okay, how we can call this web service and see how it is going to work. And the third next one we'll see that this is nothing but taking the report as a service. Like So so can tell me, anyone of you tell me that, okay, if I want to use that report as a service into that studio, so what that report should be have?
It should be advanced and web service enabled.
Great, thanks. So yes, so that report should be web service enabled, and once it has been enabled, I would able to call that instead of this my request, and then I will be processing further,
Okay.
and will be using that store component in order to store the responses if you and push into that workday, like into that integration event. So that will be doing, and
Mm-hmm.
delivery service. If you want to deliver the files, we'll be making use of this service. So that we'll see how it is going to be configured. And report writer, like we can see okay, we can see that how that report writer, like what basically report writer, we have two things here, like one, I can read the log file what it has been given by the integration event into the studio, and the other thing I can see there is other way, but that comes out of this like studio only will be using that. There is a concept called but. If you have any PDFs are generated with different in the custom layout, if you want to generate that PDF, there is a concept of report layout, report writer is there. So that it is, but I'll just give that that's out of this box, but I'll show you that how it is going to help us. And when we have multiple launch parameters, how the RAS going to work us and how it works us to read the data. So that we'll see it. Mediation context, like if you see the studio, no, like everything will be taken from that root part, and from the root part it will be like data will be in the form of we can see in the when we debug that integration, we can see the how the mediation context helps us with the different like what the variable stores or the property stores over there. Okay, and sub assemblies, like if you have some common code in Workday, and that if you want to use across that integration, then this is a place where the sub assemblies will be helps us. And then splitters and aggregators, we'll see what is the use of this and how it is going to make us when we are working on that complex integrations. Like basically splitter and aggregator, to say that the term itself, it says that okay, if you have any concept like okay, if you want to split the data, okay, based on what, so that we'll see. So that's a place where split will help us. And aggregate, uh, which will help us, okay, I want to club the certain data, okay, on what basis I have to club, so that we'll do that in the aggregations. Okay, so that we'll see. And workday in and out, there are components in our studio that will let us okay in and out of the workday, so that we'll see in this one. And integration attributes, maps, so these are the different properties inside of the studio, so that we'll be covering it. And the main thing we'll be seeing it the error handling. So error handling also important, like there are places like Workday will give the error, okay, but that we need to be catch in a specific way, so that we can see that when the integration completed with errors, or how, okay, if I want to skip certain errors and that need to be processed further, then that's the place where I see that error handling. And retrieval service, and followed by retrieval service, basically like as I said, right, inbound integration if you're working, so that's a place we may see that use of this retrieval service, which will help us to get the file from the path where if you have specified. So like Workday have certain possibilities, like okay, different sources where it can read, so from those sources only we can able to read the file. And finally, yeah, that's a place for the debugging. So we'll see that okay, what how the data in the back end of the studio is going into this debugging. So that will be covering on overall this one. And might be few, like as I said, right here you can see in the detail wise like step by step what is that each component, but when we're working, right, it will be club of all together, like we can see all the components together.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, thanks for covering this course detail. So the question is now, how are you going to have the training? Like weekly, you're going to have 1 hour, or weekend you're going to have the training?
If you are fine, maybe daily we'll have it, and we'll see. Okay, if there are cases, okay, we can able to connect on weekend for 1 more hour or something, right now, then we can plan accordingly in well. But I would prefer,
Okay.
if you're okay, then we can have a daily call for 1 hour,
Yeah,
so that you
I'm
will
okay
also
with
get
the daily 1 hour, but the timing is important, like 9. Can we do it like 9 p.m.?
9 p.m. Now, what time it comes to me? So both of you.
It's 6:30 IST, 6:30 a.m. IST. Is
Okay,
it
okay.
possible?
Yeah, I'll make that. I'll see that. Yeah, I'll make that. And if I'm not able to join for any reasons, and then I'll let you know at advance.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And how many hours this will take, the whole course?
We'll plan for 15 hours.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, that could be great. I see. Because what I was doing on each day, once I have been done, you can go and do that. Because the practice, what you do, that makes the difference for you.
Oh, then we need the tenant access, right?
Hope you have already, right? No?
Um, I have to check. He gave me tenant access last time. I don't know whether it is still working or not.
Okay.
I have Studio installed, but
Okay.
tenant access, we need to work on this. Suresh, will you be getting tenant access?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, okay.
I will give
Okay.
you thanks.
And I think even
Actually,
Suresh
today's
called
session
me.
also are taking 25 to 30 days. It's no problem.
Okay. Fine, we'll see. Like that's what maybe if it is required and topics are not covered, I think I'm okay to extend that. As maybe Suresh called out, right? 30 hours, and then we'll go little slow. We'll see that okay, covered each and every topic in detail. That way we can plan. Let us see. Fine, right? Like maybe I was saying that I thought 15 days, 15 hours will be fine, but okay, to see that okay, sometimes we may not, we may be some concept maybe take time. So let us go slowly and we'll see that okay, in that 30 given. So put for 30, and if you have any questions, you can connect another hours if all topics are covered within that early before that time. Fine, right? I see that. Ramesh and others, anyone have any questions? You want to get to know any other things?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah, yes, Harish. Do you have anything? Anything you
No,
want
as
to
of
discuss?
now, I don't have any questions, but once we step into the
Okay,
subject, then we may come
Yeah.
up with a wide variety of questions.
great,
So
great.
when can we start the training?
I'll check with Suresh. Maybe if possible tomorrow. If not, Monday onwards we can start it.
Yeah, maybe Monday onwards. Let's do it Monday onwards.
Okay. So like
So I have
let
a
us
question
have.
that are we can can you help us in understanding what is a dynamic integration or only the pass non-dynamic integrations, like as of now you were telling us that we'll be picking up files from somewhere, right? From
Correct.
SFTP or
Mm,
from
mm,
wherever it might be the destination source. We'll be picking
mm.
up files from there. That says that there is no direct integration. I mean, there is no direct one-on-one communication between the external system. Is that right?
Correct. In the sense, like, see, there are places. Okay, if we, but mostly that's how it will be. But I see the dynamic. If you come up right, that's a concept differently. When you have in connectors, okay, you say that okay, you need to. There are some changes has been happened to that employee, and that's a place I need to be send the data,
Mm-hmm.
send the data to a vendor. Okay, that might be some third party vendor. Like once, like instead of waiting for whole the day or till that schedule comes to that integration, if you want to send the data immediately, that's a place we see that this concept called dynamic. But there's a different terminology. I could not remember right now. But thing is, once change has been happened in Workday, if you want to send the data to that other party systems, that's place we see this one. But for studio integrations, I don't see, very rarely we may see that. I don't see such behavior that okay, I need to be once this change has been triggered, that integration need to be uh, what would say trigger. But we can define it when it needed. How we'll be confident such things is like okay, let us say okay, you have done some changes to that worker, like okay, changing the address of that worker. So one change has been done and you need to be notified to the downstream. So there we have to make that the like change address is a kind of business process. So once business process has been updated, so you have to be created, you have to call that integration either ABR Studio to get the data from the Workday and send it to that. So it's a direct integration, you see that. So when changes has been happened, immediately integration will be triggered and sending the data to the downstream systems.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see that once we start learning it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. Maybe if when
Otherwise,
we
any have doubt, please ask.
So you will be texting us regarding the timing of the class, right? From Monday.
yeah, I'll confirm. Maybe Suresh will confirm you like when it could be going to start. Like Monday, right? Maybe if you say that 6:30 to 7:30 it works, no, then we can plan accordingly.
You said 6:30
IST
IST.
for
Okay.
me. Yeah. Okay. Since I think we will be having other sessions, I'm not going to. I thought, okay, I can show on screen what that basic studio is going to have. So I have installed. Okay, maybe once you get the access, you can able to install the studio and see that. Okay, I thought showing that, okay, how sample cloud is there and what it is. So already studio have set of samples in it, so we can see that, okay, what it is and how it is. Let us start maybe in the when the session going to start. But with respect to this one, like few we may see that, okay, in a real examples also you will see that what you have been done so far and which will help you in other better way. That's what I can say for now. Yeah, I think if we no one have any questions, maybe we can wind up this session.
So yeah, may I know
Yeah.
your mother tongue?
Telugu.
Oh, Telugu. Okay. Just want to make sure that if I have something, then I can talk to you in Telugu straight away.
Definitely no. Yeah, that could be fine.
Yeah, I'm good. That
Okay,
helps.
and one thing maybe if on the day I think more, we can try to cover max on the day. If I feel okay something we may not be able to answer, but definitely I can take some time and let you know if you feel that okay something we may not be called out into that session. Okay,
Yeah.
that maybe
Yeah.
I feel that I can able to answer most of the questions what we have.
Okay. So are you
Yeah.
working currently in Workday or what is your
Yes, yes,
role? Yeah.
yes, sir. Yes, I'm working on it.
What
Which
kind of role?
organization?
Technical role?
Mm, senior analyst.
Oh, analyst. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do a lot of integration development too, or
We did like maybe for all projects may not required, but for the recent client, we I did this many of the integrations, almost all.
okay, sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
May I know which organization you work for?
Uh, Currently, I'm working for Accenture.
Accenture. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can begin Monday. That's work for Paris also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with that schedule. Yes, from 6:30 to 7:30 every day, starting from Monday, IST, right? If I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah,
AM
I
AM
prefer
right? It is
6:30. That will be 9 to 10 for me. Like I would like to, uh, done by 10.
okay.
Yeah. So
Cool
if
then.
we cannot make it, then we will follow the same time, 9:30 p.m. Like that will be like 7 a.m. IST.
7 against of 6:37. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
see. Maybe let us have 2 to 3 days, and if you feel that okay, any one of us feel that okay that may not fit, then we can adjust to half an hour. That we'll
Okay.
try.
Okay. All right.
You two should be deciding the timing because I don't have any problem if it's after 6 IST.
Okay.
Anytime after
Okay.
6 IST.
Great. Okay, then I'll see that. Maybe 6:39. I think even I can finish that early. 30 minutes. We'll see. Let us have for plan as 6:30 for now, and then we can see if need now we can make it. We'll adjust it. One session has been started. Yeah, I think I have done, Suresh. What you want to talk anything about it?
No, I'm
Okay
good.
then. Yeah.
Aris, any have doubts?
No,
Ramesh,
no, I'm good. I'm good now.
any have doubt? Can clear.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. No, fine, fine.
Yeah, trainer is a very good. No problem. You can discuss. Any have doubts?
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot your name.
Thank
What's your
you.
name?
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Yeah, Chaitanya.
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. The course objective is good. I'm okay with it.
Okay, cool, Harish.
Yeah,
Okay then.
yeah,
Thank
let's
you all.
meet
We'll
Monday.
meet soon. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a
Yep.
good day to both. Bye.
Bye. Talk to you on Monday. Bye.
హలో
సురేష్ చెప్పండి సురేష్.
అంతా బాగానే ఉంది. మీకు డ్యూరేషన్ దగ్గర 15 hours చెప్తారండి.
అది ఇంకా నాకు అది తెలియదు. మామూలుగా అంటే అది కవర్ చేయొచ్చు మనం చెప్పిన దానికి.
నేను అందుకనే ముందుగానే ప్రిపేర్ అయినానండి.
అది
డ్యూరేషన్
నాకు అవసరం
ఇందులో
చెప్పలే
కనీసం
కదా.
20+ అన్నా చెప్పిండారు మీరు. 20+ అన్నా చెప్పాలా, ఎందుకంటే ఎట్లయినా పడుతుంది టైం మనకి. 15 days లో అయిపోదు అది. రోజు ఒక టాపిక్ డిస్కస్ చేసినా కానీ 20+ పడుతుంది, 25 ఈజీ పడుతుంది.
అది నేనేమంటే మామూలుగా మనం
అందుకని
కవర్ చేయొచ్చు
మెసేజ్
అనేసి
పెట్టాను.
నేను చెప్పాను. నాకు అది చూసాను, అందుకే మళ్ళీ కావాలంటే ఎక్స్టెండ్ చేయలే అని చెప్పాను. నేను ఇంకేం చెప్పాలి, ముందే చెప్పాను కదా.
కావాలంటే అని కాదు, అదే నేను మేనేజ్ చేస్తుంటా. అతనికి సింగిల్ గా చెప్పుకుంటున్నారు, తెలియదు ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ తరఫున తెలియదు అని చెప్పి మేనేజ్ చేస్తుంటాను. ఆ పాయింట్ నోట్ చేసి నేను ఇంపార్టెంట్ అబ్బాయి అడుగుతారు. ఇప్పుడు మామూలుగా నేను ఇంత ముందు డెమో పెట్టినా వాళ్ళకి ఏం అడగలేదు, అసలు ఏం అడగలేదు.